Alright everyone, I thought I'd pop in at the end of the day. How about 3 quick cards with me and a bottom card? Not a short this time, I might do some clarifying, you never know. Well, it doesn't matter what your sign is, this is just straight up energy reading. I thought I'd pop in and tell you what's going on. Well, this shouldn't be a surprise. In my pre-shuffle, the 8 of Wands is at the top. And it gets better as I go through it. That being said, let's see what the fickle old gal universe has to say here for us at the end of today. Before I go into tomorrow with the Friday reading, where I get a snapshot of the soulmate cycle, and then a weekly reading on Saturday, which is always pretty powerful and pretty fun. It should be especially fun this coming week with a full moon and all that. It should be very interesting. That said, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you found it for a reason. Okay. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. So I asked the universe, what do you want to tell everybody watching? Well, it shouldn't surprise you much. 8 Wands. Forward movement. Well, it's communication, really. From somebody who is 5 of Cups. It's just the way the energy is flowing right now, you guys. I can't do anything about it. It's like you're probably watching this reading going, is this a repeat? I think I saw this one. No, it's not a repeat. It's brand new. 5 Cups, somebody sad, regretful. There's a little bit more than that, though. Actually, I'm glad, because underneath that is the High Priestess. It's my little sandwich here, my 3-card sandwich. The High Priestess is technically here bookending the 8 of Wands. Sandwiched in the middle is 5 Cups. Regret is sadness, but sadness over what? Well, keeping things to themselves, holding things in, that kind of stuff can lead to some frustration. It can lead, if we keep things bottled up, right? Someone's been, it might be you. I mean, roles can be reversed here, but I'm reading the incoming energy. Somebody's very upset with themselves. They may not admit it on the outside. Well, they might. For keeping things to themselves, for bottling things up, for carpet sweeping, if you will, all right? That kind of behavior can lead to outbursts. It can lead to fights if you're not happy in your situation. A lot of the stuff we've been seeing in the readings. It doesn't surprise me with that Jupiter-Mercury square, which is peaking tomorrow on the, what the hell's the date tomorrow? The 8th, I guess, is peaking tomorrow. All that stuff that's been bottled up. We saw it in today's reading for the Jupiter-Mercury square. There's 3 Cups, even more powerful card of communication for me. Somebody opening up. Opening up about all this stuff that they've carpet swept. I mean, it really is. It's that kind of energy. It's what the universe is saying. A lot of the energy that I've been pulling lately has been, like I said, that 8 of Wands is kind of a repeat. It's been about communication, about somebody who's been silent, reaching out. Somebody who's not told you how they felt, reaching out. Somebody who told you that they were sticking with what they had, and you thought it was done. It's not done. It's because when we carpet sweep, it eventually comes back to haunt us. Same applies at home. You can't just sweep shit and dust under the carpet forever. Eventually, there's a big lump, and everybody can see it. But eventually somebody steps on it, or someone leaves the door open and the wind blows it all over the place. You can only carpet sweep for so long. We have a saying. It's someone went to the well too many times, right? It's an old saying. Went to the well too many times, meaning the one time they went, it was empty because they went too many times. Somebody carpet swept too many times. They thought they could push it down and push it down and push it away, and it's coming back to bite them right now. Let's see where we go. I'm going to pull on that. We'll see what the universe wants to tell you. I've just been letting the universe talk this week. It's less work for me, but I like the fact that the readings kind of cross-check themselves. I do. I enjoy that. Let's see where we go. Well, okay, the bottom card I'll show you first. I'm going to pull 3 cards. This is crossing the center card, the base energy. It's the 3 of Pentacles. Again, but in this Light Seer deck, these are children here on the card. Somebody, how do I phrase this? Somebody acted the fool, and that 5 of Cups had a lot of self-loathing around it, a little way, self-pity. Maybe we might want to call it that. Again, I don't know that this is reflecting in their outside world just yet. It might into some fights, but underneath that there's the Page of Cups. Again, repeating messages all over the place. It does. It feels like a Steve Love Tarot repeat, but it's not. There's got to be something here. There's got to be 10 swords. Again, it's a fucking repeat. 10 swords. And the center card is the Fool. The Fool and the Page of Cups was the reading ending for the ending of the reading, the final outcome, potential final outcome for the one I did today for Jupiter squaring Mercury from a different deck. It's all right here. 3 of Pentacles, somebody coming to work on things. What's this 10 of Swords red with? Because these are red. Center with the crossing cards, and then left, right. What's going on here? 3 of Wands, very soon. It's all the same message. I'm going to clarify a couple of things I want to get clear. One in particular is this 10 Swords, which again has your energy attached to it a little bit. If you think this is over, it's not. My readings lately, especially the readings I've done this week, have all tied together. They're all tied together. They're all trying to tell you a story, all of them together. The story as I see it here, based on the pre-shuffle that I just got, is somebody's been carpet sweeping too much. And I know what happens, as does anybody who studies psychology. You keep pressing stuff down, eventually you get grumpy, right? You start to get mad at yourself and you take it out on other people. If your person's married, that's going to lead to some fights, especially because they're unhappy and they've suppressed deep feelings that they have for you. Anyway, it's not over. Somebody fears it is, and they're fixing to do something. But again, like I always say with this 3 of Wands here, she's never surfed this water before, right? They're making up all kinds of stories. There is some fear there a little bit. I believe that's true. But this Fool card, what's underneath this here? Hold on. Yeah, we're back to the pre-shuffle. The pre-shuffle repeats right there. The 8 of Wands again. It's communication. It's somebody coming towards you. All right, let's clarify. I'm gonna ask the witches for some help here. First, let's talk about this 10 of Swords, because there's a lot of energy around that. A lot more than what I told you. You know, the basic energy for you is if you think it's over, it's not, and also somebody feels like it might be over, but something else is over. That might as well be a world card, okay? 10s are the end, dead end in tarot that lead to a new beginning. Let's see where we go here. And these new beginnings, rather than these 10s keep going to the Fool card rather than the aces. It's very strange how that's happening. All right. Tells me it's, again, I will say it. I've said it in the last few readings. I'll say it again. It's as close to a guarantee as I can give you that your person's coming towards you and going to reach out. It's a high number. Today and tomorrow, the energy of that Jupiter-Mercury square, like I said in today's Jupiter-Mercury square emergency reading, right? Spur of the moment, out of nowhere reading, it's causing a wobble, right? It's causing a crisis of faith, if you will. It's very temporary. 5 of Wands generated, very minor. Why is this 10 of Swords here? Talk to me. Yeah, here we go. Now we're going to get some. Now, the card, one of the cards that would never fucking show up in our readings. I kept looking for what? The Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. My laughing king in this Witch's Tarot. There he is right there. The Burger King. Gotta have it their way. Something's over. This behavior is over. This is why they're coming in. They're all done. They've put this down. Okay? If this represents a relationship on your person's side, a controlling relationship, they put it down. All right? At least temporarily. You know, these people, I've been here long enough and been pulling on this cycle since it started. I showed up out here on YouTube about halfway, about into the first year of the cycle somewhere. All right, the end of the first year of it. And we've seen them go back and forth. What's on top here? 10 Pentacles. Whatever represented 10 Pentacles on your person's side is over. It is. It's done. It's dead. It's at the end of its at the end of its cycle. It's reached an expiration date a long time ago, I think. I think that always comes up in the readings, that it was a while back. But it's somebody's putting 10 swords in it. Okay? And it's because of what the pre-shuffle told us. They're communicating, moving their life forward because they're no longer carpet sweeping. They feel like shit for doing that. It gets you. It eats you up inside. It's why people go see therapists and psychiatrists and all kinds of shit like that. Because they kept something suppressed down, it builds up. It's like, it becomes an ulcer. It really does. And that's what happened with your person. They can't get rid of you. They can't. They're always getting ready to come towards you. Been standing on that edge for a long time now. All right, so something that represents 10 swords, and whatever this is. If this is a marriage for your person, a controlling kind of thing, it's over. Superficial, over. If it's Burger King behavior within them, ego, pride, all of that was keeping them in, they're afraid that you're going to reject them, all that stuff, they're putting it down. All right, it doesn't surprise me with Jupiter getting involved, like I said earlier today. What's some center card here? 8 swords. See, there it is. I always tell you that. There's a little bit of in their head, but this is all stuff that's over. This is all on top of a 10 of swords. Okay? They're all done. We're done with the 8 of swords. They're done thinking about this. I'm done. I'm over it. That's the argument that they might have on their side if your person's with somebody. If, right? But they're having the same argument with themselves. The argument is going to go, I'm done. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with the way I've been living. I'm done where I've been living. I'm done how I've been living. I'm done. I'm done trying to pretend that I'm happy. I'm done trying to, it's all done. What's bookending the 10 of Pentacles here? This ought to be good. Oh my God, it's the Fool. You might recognize the Fool from such cards as your center card. It's Fool. It's the fucking Fool. Book. I'm done. It all says this. This is somebody here who is, this resets to a Fool. I just told you that. A few minutes ago I said usually the 10 of Swords resets to an Ace, but in the recent readings, in this week's readings, it's been resetting to a Fool all the time, and it did it again right here. I mean, the odds of that happening, we ought to all get a lottery ticket today. I'm serious. That is incredible odds. The math on that is mind-blowing. Either way, they're taking a leap of faith away from whatever represented security for them. They're done. They're done with the superficial behavior, with the Burger King, with the ego, with the pride. It's been screwing them up, and it's left them 5 cups sad. All that stuff that carpet swept, built and built and built. We saw it in today's Jupiter-Mercury reading in that Ace of Cups that was in how they're behaving in the 3D. That Ace of Cups was overflowing. I said I was drawn to the yellow part at the top. Go watch the reading. I said that. This person here it's done. They're not done with you. With you, they're coming towards. You represent the new for this person. Okay? We know that. We already know it's in the energy. Okay, let's pull on my surfer girl here. The 3 of Wands. Let's go. Why is the 3 of Wands here? That is unreal. And I can't believe a Fool landed there. It's a Fool on a new level. Somebody's putting down all the overthinking, all the whatever. If it's just temporary energy because of the current energies around and the cycle, it's fine. We'll take it. If it gets you some closure, or if it gets you a conversation with this person, because if you have a conversation with this person where they open up, which is what the pre-shuffle indicates they want to do, it's going to be like throwing gasoline on a fire. It really is. It will ignite, because this connection is very strong and it's in very good shape. The connection itself is fine, right? It's the two people that are kind of, you know, because of all the things that have happened, they have to work on each other, work on themselves, and are kind of, you know, on your person's side, they're a fucking mess. I can tell you that. Internally, anyway. It's coming out to the external world. It really is. Think of the connection as a car, and you guys are the driver and the passenger, right? You're the two people that get in the car. The car is fine. It's pristine. All you need to do is get in, put the key in, and start driving, and you'll see it's running real nice. All right? This person here, I'm telling you. This is nice to see. It is minor arcana, the 10 of Swords there, though. Okay? Universe. And she is scared to go in that water. She never surfed there before. We talked about that in today's reading. We've been talking about that all week. Let's be honest. All right, why is the 3 of Wands here? I've had enough shuffling, universe. I really have. Jesus Christ. Unreal. I love it. I like being right, but I'm scared at the same time, because the energy is so absolute. It's like checking your math homework and it comes out perfect. crossing the Three of Wands. I said this is for you. You're in the water. They never surfed that water before, so they're a little nervous. But it's the Knight of Cups crossing the Three of Wands. You don't get much more somebody showing up than that. It is very, very strong. The affecting energy is this. All the love and emotion is in the water, right? It's not in the Pentacles. The Pentacles, they're done with the way they've been living. They're done with it. What's on top? I'm afraid to look. Jesus Christ, come on. Oh, it's the card that we can't get rid of. Well, one of two. One of them is the Death card. We can't get rid of that, usually. And the other one is the Seven of Cups. Jesus Christ. The Seven of Cups. She's just trying to figure out where she wants to do. Do I want to go in here or do I want to go in over there? I will tell you what I keep telling you about this card. It is not about whether they're coming towards you, it's how. And that's all they're trying to figure out. And also, there's some urgency with this because like I told you earlier, same energy. Your energy is attached to this as same as your energy is attached to the Ten of Swords in the sense of they don't want this to be over. They know they need to do something quickly. It's creating an urgency because you have a very, very attracting energy around you, especially as we learned in yesterday's soulmate energy short. Other people might be interested in you. Other people want to surf this water. And she liked to surf alone. She liked to surf naked. She liked to be by herself. Right? She better hurry up and get in. It's a rule at this beach that if you're in the water, nobody else can go in. Right? So she better get her ass in there. There's urgency here. Because there's other people parking the car right now up on the hill, and they're going to come down with their boards. And if she's still standing there, they're going to run right by her. It's not about whether they're coming in, it's how they're coming in. That's what she's trying to figure out. That's why she's standing there. Fucking hell. Let me pull the center card, I'm afraid. Oh, this is good. I could not have asked for a better card here. A Tower, right there. Why? Because of the story. I just told you a story about how she liked to swim naked, and there's a rule at this beach that if somebody's in the water, you can't go in, and there's cars parking up on the hill and other surfboards coming up behind her, so she better get her ass in the water right now, some urgency. Yeah, it's right there. Your person, this is sort of that Jupiter energy coming in a little bit. They're being pushed in the water. I mean, it's go in or don't go in. Do something. There's a lot of pressure that's building within your person. The pressure is building. It's really a pressure cooker because of what I talked about in the pre-shuffle. Because of the damn all that stuff they were carpet sweeping, right? Because of all of that, it's built up. It's built up. There's a lot of just pent up aggression and anger at themselves and wanting to feel and love trying to get out, and Ace of Cups trying to explode that we saw earlier today in the Jupiter Mercury reading. It's all here. Why is this important? It's important because why does it matter that it might be a Steve Love Tarot repeat? That just repeating messages from the universe just show you how strong the energy is. The fact that we're getting some of the same cards from a deck I didn't even fucking use. You know, it's crazy. All right. What's bookending the Seven of Cups? There it is. The World. The World. The most powerful card I can pull. It's a card that I had hoped was here, but it's here. It doesn't matter. They can't. The energy around them has changed. Okay, a cycle for this person has ended. This card ties everything together. Everything's connected anyway. This card, being the last card out, ties to the first card out. Again, it's past its expiration date. This card almost by default makes this right here because they say the same thing. It is up to your person's free will to do something about this, but I will tell you what I've been telling you. I don't see how they cannot. There is so much frustration, so much disappointment in themselves, so much regret, okay? Whatever their life is on their side, they're done with it. They've checked out. They're finished. And I know that they've been there before because I've been out here long enough to know that, pulling on this energy. But we always get, when that happens, we always get sort of they're going to make it work. You know, they're going to try something and bring it back around. I don't get that here. I don't get that at all, okay? It's a person who is suffering in a tower here because they're basically eating bread that's past its expiration date. The bread being their life, the way they've been living, and I see them out of it. These cards here tell a story, and this Fool ties to this Fool, so I have to clarify that Fool. I'm not done yet. Why is the Fool here? I like it when the readings cross-check themselves. It's important that I do that for you. And sometimes we get additional information if I pull a reading like this at the end of the day. And it tells me everything I mean, all the readings this week have been just, while tricky energy to read and tricky energy to translate, they've all had a similar theme and they all tie together and work with each other. So the Mercury and Cancer reading ties to the Taurus, the Mars and Taurus reading, which in turn ties to the Jupiter squaring Mercury reading that I did today. They all work together, and this is sort of adding them all up. It's just proving that the energy is still here. Nothing's changed from earlier today. Your person didn't all of a sudden decide that their life is great and you're shit again. You know, we're still there. All right, we're still in that energy. Tell me about the Fool. It's actually two Fools I'm pulling on here, both of them. All right, so let's see. Why is the Fool here? Why? This is crazy. I'm going to, before I show you this, yeah, the Seven of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles crossing the Four of Swords is crossing the Fool. I had to do two energies there. It took some time, but this person woke up. This person shut their brain down. They're following their intuition. It's a bit like I said. They've done a lot of taking stock, but this is mostly a divine timing energy that's around it, right? Sort of like everything grows when it grows. It's when it's time. When it's time to reap the harvest, it's time. All those kind of cliche things. This is an energy of healing. And it only occurs when the brain shuts down and you allow the soul energy to flow. Sort of like the law of pure potentiality, where all the answers are in the silence, right? You got to shut the brain down if you want the answers. You do. You have to anyway. If you ask the universe for a question and you want the answer, you can't look for it with your brain. You just have to stumble upon it. You stumble upon it by shutting your brain down. You can do that by just distracting yourself, and then you'll happen upon the answer. But if you're looking for it, you'll never find it, because that's your brain active. Anyway, somebody's healed here. Somebody's woken up. Somebody's realized that the way they've been living is hurting them. It keeps landing them in towers. They keep having to start over and start over. They want to start over now in new waters. Because they're in new energy. Right here, the world keeps telling us that. Everything around your person's changed. Okay? Everything. You're the water here, okay? You're the water. She's a surfer, right? Well, she's been if we were to take a picture of how they've been living, if we could somehow do that, this surfer was standing in the middle of a busy city street. You know, that's how much the energy around them has changed. The only way she gets to surf is coming your way. That's where the happiness is. And they know it. They absolutely know it. There's no doubt about it. Here we go. We can't have light without shade, of course. 9 swords. It's a 9. We keep getting the 9 swords. 9s are the end in tarot. This verifies this card. I said this is over. 10 swords and 8 swords. It's done. All of this is what's sort of ending, right? They're all done, making things work, taking leaps around and trying to make this 10 pentacles work. All done with that. This here says 9 is the end. They're all done thinking about it. They're just going to take a leap of faith here. There's not much left that they're holding on to from the old life. It's like a little twig right there. It really is. There's the angel. This is unbelievable. This reading is unreal the way it's coming out. It's like I'm summing up my whole week's worth of readings right here. The angel is the middle card, temperance. What's what I told you here? It's the affecting energy around the Fool, which would be this too. It's the center card of the cards, the baseline energy of what I'm pulling on top of the Fool. They figured it out. They healed. There's some sort of energy around them that's balanced, where this person had an aha moment and went, oh, okay, I'm supposed to go in the water. Oh, okay, I'm supposed to go in the water. It's saying the same thing all the way around. It's just repeating. 9 swords, we're coming to the end of that. What's bookending that 9 of swords, I wonder? Very interesting. The 4 of Pentacles. is the card. Why did I do that? Why did I let that card? Because there's a strange energy coming off of it. It's usually fear, right? It's usually, I don't know. I always say it's the card of the miser, right? They're fearful people that sit on top of their money with a shotgun, all that kind of stuff. With the Four of Pentacles bookending the Nine of Swords here, somebody is a little. It's a fear of loss, right? A fear of losing something. Again, it's a little bit of, how do I describe this energy? It's what I told you in the Mercury Square Jupiter reading I did today. It's not that this person fears commitment of any kind. They commit to certain things in their life, and they have. It's that they fear the unknown. They fear what's going to happen here. They're putting that down. We're at a 9. We're at the end of that. It's nonsense. It's the same thing the reading told us earlier. Again, verifying the things a little bit. The universe isn't telling us too much different here from what we learned earlier, with one minor exception, this Ten of Swords. I didn't feel in the readings that I've done this week that, especially if your person's married or in a relationship or something along those lines, I didn't feel this week in any of the readings that it was definitely done kind of a thing. Definitely. I'm getting that here. I'm getting somebody here who's very, very angry. With themselves maybe, but has been biting their tongue. That's the phrase I was looking for. They've been biting their tongue a little bit. Just trying not to say anything. Just biting their lip, keeping it quiet, keeping their mouths shut. Their mouth's about to open on their side for sure. There's no doubt. I definitely see that happening. I shouldn't say definitely. It is a minor arcana, but it's pretty strong. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you before we go. It's hard for fear to exist. The reason the 9 is here, 9s are the end in tarot, 10s are the end, dead end that lead to a new beginning, 9s are the end. It's hard for fear to exist in an energy of temperance, in an energy of healing that was crossing here, okay? There's a lot of divine timing in play. I felt that around the 7 of Pentacles that was underneath the 4 of Swords here at the bottom of the deck crossing the Fool. Anyway, let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. See if it wants to tell you anything at all. Give me 3 cards. Anything else you want to tell everybody before we go? Let's see. What else? What do they need to know here? Let's find out. Okay. All right. Well, I did a fair amount of shuffling there, and these cards seem to want to stick around. Here's our key message, okay? The key message was in the pre-shuffle. It's really what the universe wanted to tell you. It really is it. That's why it kind of repeated itself and re-emphasized that they are done with the way they've been living. Yes, the energy has changed, but they are definitely done. Page of Cups, that's the page they show up as. Center card, 8 of Wands. And right here, the 5 of Cups again. It's from the pre-shuffle. The High Priestess is now they're in positions though. The High Priestess is now crossing the 8 of Wands. Again, all that shit that they've been pushing down. The environmental energy, the High Priestess, her head's about to explode. Look, you can see it. Her head is about to fucking explode. And in this deck here, not unlike the Moon, in this deck here, she's a redhead. Also a redhead is the Queen of Cups. It's love. That what this is telling me, what this imagery is there to show you, and to sort of the way the energy is reflecting, and it's a good visual for you, is they've been suppressing all that love. You can't do that. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. You cannot suppress it. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. All of it is coming out, bursting at the seams. They're going to explode. I'm telling you. For you, they're nervous to come towards you, but they are. They're showing up as that page. There's that Page of Cups again. There it is. And this card is red with the 5 of Cups. This is telling me why. Why are they coming in? Because whatever is on their side, 3 cups down is done. Yeah, the usual meaning of this card, 2 cups still standing and all that stuff. Now, it's what I told you about this. When you suppress stuff, when you push it down, when you bite your lip and don't say something to somebody on your side that you don't even love anymore, if it's a person or a life that you don't even want to live. Somebody came along, a soulmate connection, and showed you something better, and you ran away from it. They hated themselves the minute they did it, okay? The minute they did it, and I've given this sort of analogy before, if they had done it to you at your house and told you to fuck off, and when they got in their car and drove away, they didn't get 2 feet down the road before they slammed on the brakes and just started hitting their head on the steering wheel. It's like that. But they did. For a long time, they pushed it down, and it's just, you can't do it. It can't be suppressed. It's all coming out, right? I often say the high priestess is the girl in the corner you go throwing up at the party, right? It's all coming up. It really is. I'm going to pull one card because it comes back. I'm going to pull one card on this Five of Cups because I've explained it to you, but man, I have never felt anything like that off of Five of Cups before. I'll show you the visual of what I'm drawn to and why I feel that way. You see on the top of the card above her head, it's just like, it looks like blue sky that goes on forever. That's what I'm drawn to. The top of her head and the blue sky that just goes on forever. Sort of like that high priestess. That's why I said her head's about to explode. Somebody here feels a huge weight for something that they fucked up here. This Five of Cups leads to the Six of Cups in the tarot, which is, again, someone showing up. Very similar, the Six of Cups, very similar to the energy of the Page of Cups, where they show up with the tail between the legs. Maybe an apology, but more than likely, I often say this to you guys, this person owes you a thank you. Because if it wasn't for you, they never would have seen that what they have on their side isn't worth rebooting. Okay? They never would have seen that. They would have kept going, which is why you guys crossed paths in the first place. Everything happens for a reason. Tell me about this Five of Cups, universe, and then we'll go. What's going on with the Five of Cups here? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Yeah. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Yep. Queen of Pentacles crossing it. Yep. That's you. There's your energy attached to it. It's one of the finest energies of the Empress. She got everything she needs. They know you do. They know you would have been good. You would have been great for them. Terrific. They thought they had a King of Pentacles on their side. They don't. They thought they had a Queen of Pentacles on their side. They don't. You're the Queen of Pentacles. Yep. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's a whole lot of someone who's seen your value. I believe this Two of Pentacles right here is someone juggling two things but putting one down. This is the Three Cups that are down. This is the Two Cups that are still standing. We'll see if I'm right. Yeah. Here it is. Three Swords. Somebody getting three swords, and it's not you. There's three swords in your person. Yeah, there's a lot of sadness there for sure, but something's getting the cut. Okay? Something's getting cut. That's what it is. That's what that means. And I mentioned it just a moment ago, didn't I? Didn't I say that? I said on their side, everything I say has purpose. I said we had a Queen of Cups crossing here, or Queen of Pentacles crossing here. And I said on their side they thought they had a King of Pentacles, but they didn't. I got the King of Pentacles right here, and that's who's getting cut. That's who's going bye-bye. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles on their side. Now, in the energy's always in layers, because I got a Queen of Pentacles here. You guys are a divine couple. Of course you are. I have never seen more divinely guided connections in any soulmate cycle than this current one. But the King of Pentacles, what they thought was the King of Pentacles on their side, is getting a cut. And I think that King of Pentacles on their side hurt them. And I think that King of Pentacles on their side was just all about Pentacles. Whatever it is. They don't have to be married. It doesn't have to be a person. It doesn't. It can just be the way they were living. But a decision's been made here. Somebody's really seen your value. And just for shits and giggles, crossing the Queen of Pentacles, which is crossing that Five of Cups, is the Knight of Swords. They're coming in hot. They're coming in fast. I think that came up in one of this week's readings. You might be surprised that this person actually shows up. I wouldn't be. It wouldn't surprise me one bit with these readings, the way they've been coming up. It's unreal. And they're all cross-checking each other this week. I can't wait till this coming week, actually. I'm very excited about the week ahead and pulling the weekly reading. Anyway, but we'll see what happens in the Friday reading tomorrow. All right? That's your reading. I know it's not 3 quick cards, but hey, it's my channel. I can do what I want. We always clarify, things get out of hand here with quick cards. That said, I hope this reading was helpful. Check out all the rest of the readings I did this week. I'm telling you, they're all tied together. Every one of them tells the story in its own way, from its own angle. Think of it like a soap opera that you watch 5 days a week. Monday's story bleeds into Tuesdays, and Tuesdays into Wednesdays. I'm hooked on this damn soap opera. I'll tell you what. That's your reading. This is very interesting. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck.